Hello students, as you know in previous video I have already told you that how you can represent square root number of whole on the number line, but in this video we will see that how we can represent the square root of decimal number on number line. Let we take one example here. Represent square root of 9.3 on number line. So first of all we will draw a line AB 9.3 unit. Is that clear? Now after that from B point extend the line such that BC will be 1 unit. Is that clear? Now we will find the midpoint of AC. Okay, open your compass more than half and cut the bisector here. Now taking C as a center and with the same radius cut arc. Now we will draw the bisector which meet the line at point O. Remember that this point O is midpoint of AC. Now taking O as a center, open compass with radius OC, is that clear? And make a semicircle. Remember that this semicircle meet point A. Okay, now we will draw the perpendicular from B point it's a perpendicular from B point. This perpendicular meet to semicircle at point D. Is that clear? Now taking B as a center, open compass with the radius BD and cut arc. Okay, and produce the line AC. When we produce the line AC, this meet the arc at point E. This point E represent the square root of 9.3. I hope you can understand. Now we take one example here. Represent root 6.4 on number line. So first of all we will draw a line AB such that 6.4 unit here. Okay, let me draw line AB 6.4 here. It's point A and it's point B. Now according to condition we will extend the line L from B point such that BC will be 1 unit here. Okay, we produce here BC 1 unit here. You can write here AB is 6.4 unit and BC 1 unit. Now after that, according to the condition, we will find out the midpoint of AC. Let we assume that the midpoint of AC is, we will draw the bisector, open your compass more than half, cut arc. Now taking C as a center, cut arc. Now you can see here it is the bisector of AC which meet the line at point O. Remember that O is the midpoint of AC. After then, we take O as a center, open compass with OC radius and draw a semicircle. Remember that this semicircle which passes through the point A. After then, draw the perpendicular from the B point which meet the semicircle at point D. Now we choose the B as a center and radius BD, cut arc when we produce the line, it meets the cut arc at point E. This point E represent to 6.4 here. I hope you can understand here. Exercise 1.1, which is related to the rational numbers. The first question is 0 a rational number? Can you write it in the form of P upon Q where Q not equals to 0? Remember that whole numbers can write in the P upon Q form. So 0 is also a whole number, so we can write it in the form of P upon Q. That means 0 is a rational number, so we can write here yes, because we can write it in form of P upon Q such that 0 upon 1 where Q equals to 1. You can see here the value of Q 1 here, and it satisfies the condition of where Q naught will be equal 0 here. Okay, now we solve the question number second. Find 6 rational number between 3 and 4. Okay, you can see here it is given that 3 and 4 here. Remember that every integer have the denominator as a 1, so we can write here as a denominator 1 here. Now if you find the rational number between two rational number, the first condition is denominator will be same here. So luckily we have the denominator already same here. Now after that, how many numbers you will find out here? 6 number. So we will multiply by the both number with 7. Okay, multiply numerator and denominator by 7. Is that clear? So 3 upon 1 will be multiplied by 7. 4 upon 1 will multiply by 7 and 7. You can see here 3 into 7 will be 21 upon 1, 7. 4 into 7 will be 28 upon 7 here. Now you can see here between 21 upon 7 to 28 upon 7 we have 22 upon 7, 23 upon 7, 24 upon 7, 25 upon 7, 26 upon 7, 27 upon 7 here. There are 6 rational number between 3 and 4. I hope you can understand. Now we solve question number 3. find the 5 rational number between 3 upon 5 and 4 upon 5. Here we have two rational number 3 upon 5 and the second number is 4 upon 5. According to the step 1, denominator of both number always will be same here. So we have already denominator same here. Now we will multiply by the 6 because we want to find out the 5 rational numbers. So multiply numerator and denominator by 6. Okay, now you can see here when 3 upon 5, 3 multiply by 6 and 5 also multiply by 6, and the second numbers 4 upon 5 multiply by 6, you got here 18 upon 30 and 24 upon 30. Now you can see here between 24 upon 30 and 18 upon 30 we have 6 rational number here. 19 upon 30, 20 upon 30, 21 upon 30, 22 upon 30 and 23 upon 30. So we got the 5 rational number between 3 upon 5 and 4 upon 5. Remember that there are only two conditions here. First condition is denominator should be equal there, and then after how many numbers will you find there. Let me assume that we have the 5 rational number. We will find out the 5 rational number here, so we will multiply by the 6 here, and if you want to find out the 4 rational number then you multiply by 5 here. I hope आपको समझ में आ गया होगा. Now we solve question number 4, which is true or false, and we also give the reasons. First question is every natural number is a whole number. Remember that natural number started from the 1 and go to the infinite number here, and whole number started from the 0 and go to the infinite number. You can see here whole numbers contain natural numbers. Okay, so we can say that every natural number is a whole number. So we can write here this statement is true because the collections of a whole number which is started from to 0 and go to the infinite number contain all the natural numbers including 0. Is that clear? Now second question is every integer is a whole number. Remember that integer number contain the negative numbers and positive numbers, both number. Now the whole number contain only 0 to infinite number. That means whole number contain only the positive numbers. So that statement is false here because whole number contain only the positive numbers, and but integer numbers contain the positive, negative and 0 also here. So we can write this statement is false because whole number contain only the positive number while integer have the positive, negative and 0 also here. So this statement is false here. Now the next statement is every rational number is a whole number. As you know that whole number started from the 0 and go to the infinite number here, and rational number always write in the P upon Q form. So this statement is false because 1 upon 2 is a rational number but it is not a whole number here. So the given statement is false because rational number may be fraction. That means it will be 1 upon 2, 1 upon 4, but the whole number may not be the fraction here. We can write here such examples here. Example here, 1 upon 2 is a rational number but it's not a whole number. Okay, so remember that rational number not will be a whole number, all rational numbers, because 1/2 is a rational number but it not counted in the whole number. Is that clear? आई होप आपको समझ में आ गया होगा. आज के लिए इतना ही.